Hey, what's going on, guys? Over here, and welcome back to a brand new video today. And today we're talking about F1 mobile racing. Really out the blue announcement from Codemasters today, but they've announced a brand new F1 mobile racing game coming in 2018. So here's the logo here, F1 mobile racing. So let's talk about this. It's a small little press release, but plenty of kind of intriguing things like the timing as well, because today, if you didn't know, F1 2018 beta codes have also, or not codes, but the invitations have been sent out. So if you applied via the form to get into the F1 2018 beta for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, the emails of your acceptance into that beta program have been sent out. Be sure to check your spam folders, because according to Cody's, if you have like Hotmail or Gmail, I think it was, sometimes the emails like to go into the spam or junk, so be sure to check those. But yeah, they're being sent out now, so there still might be some delay of them being sent out, so just keep your eyes peeled on your email inbox. But not everyone who applied is going to get in. They can only accept a finite amount of people, and I think it also depends on like your application and whatnot. I know I've seen on Twitter some people who got accepted last year did not this year, and vice versa. So just hold out and check your emails though, especially if you haven't done so already. But the timing of this is they announced that the beta codes were going to come out, and then like 2-3 hours after, Cody's from their normal Codemasters account tweeted out that a brand new F1 mobile racing game is going to be coming later in 2018. So not only will they have F1 2018 the game on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, on iOS and Android, they're going to have F1 mobile racing. So that in itself is interesting. It's not called F1 2018. It's not called like any specific number. It's just mobile racing. So the last F1 mobile game they made was F1 2016 mobile, which I think did pretty well. I didn't personally play it that much. I tried it out a little bit, but I think a lot of people were kind of interested in it. And there definitely is a market for people who want to race on mobile or just have F1 on the go in some way. Obviously, Motorsport Manager on the mobile app, or Motorsport Manager 2 is quite popular. Obviously, it's quite cool maybe as an F1 fan that you can just have F1 in your pocket to play a little game on the tube or like the bus or in the car, whatever, when you're on your way to work, school, uni, whatever, what have you. So there definitely is a market for that, and clearly there is if Codemasters is going to be making a brand new game of it. But it's intriguing in terms of the way they've not labeled it 2018, although later in the press release, if we scroll down here, unfortunately you can't see the entire press release due to my webcam placing, but it says it's going to have the fully licensed teams, cars, and circuits of the 2018 Formula One World Championship. So, okay, cool. It has all the markings of F1 2018 mobile, but then here's the kind of difference. Compete, customize, and dominate in F1 mobile racing. Codemasters is pleased to announce an exciting new entry into the F1 game series, F1 Mobile Racing for iOS and Android devices. F1 Mobile Racing will deliver addictive gameplay for an official, rewarding, and thrilling F1 experience for players to enjoy on mobile devices. We're delighted to bring authentic F1 mobile games to the free-to-play audience for the first time. So it's going to be free to play, doesn't cost anything. So kind of going down the route of most mobile games these days. That's not really that surprising. A lot of the big popular mobile games are all free to play because it just makes access so much easier. That does kind of throw into doubts of, okay, so how they're going to generate revenue, so that we might see some in-game stuff, which I can't really think of what in-game microtransactions an F1 game would have, especially because this is a multiplayer game. It says exhilarating real-time multiplayer experience. So it's not an offline game. It's a multiplayer experience, F1, so you compete against other people on the mobile game. I don't really know how they would make revenue out of that. Like, I'm thinking like loot boxes, but how do they even implement? That's not something I want to think about. I'm not wishing it has it, but I'm just assuming that it's going to have it because every mobile game has to kind of make money somewhere. If it's not ads, it's got to be microtransactions in the game. So I don't know, but pretty intriguing as well. Customizing your car, because it says we're excited to bring a host of fresh new features to the franchise. So new features, we don't know what that means, including the ability, though, to develop and customize your own F1 car for the first time. What? That's pretty cool. That's sick. That, like, Liberty Media and FOM for the first time are allowing Cody's to have in a game creating your own F1 car. This is actually pretty damn huge, because if they have it in the mobile game, the question is, what's to say, why can't it make it into the full-fledged console game on PC, PS4, and Xbox One later down the road? Obviously, F1 2018 we've not heard anything about creating your own car. Maybe that's down the road as like the last thing they're going to unveil. But if not, at least this gives us real big hope that, okay, maybe the mobile racing game is going to be like a test bed almost for Liberty Media and F1 to see, okay, let's see how Codemasters tackle making your own F1 car. Let's see how it looks in the game. Does it fit within our branding? Is it going to piss off the teams or whatever? Or clearly not so far because they're allowing it. But this is really big because it might open up down the road in, maybe fingers crossed or maybe being a bit too hopeful, but F1 2019 for us to have our own F1 team maker, your own F1 car in the fully fledged console PC game, not just the mobile racing game. But it is intriguing that they're starting off with the mobile racing version. So I don't know, maybe because it's mobile, such a smaller scale game and it's free to play, Liberty Media are more open for that. For some reason, I don't know. I would love to know the reasoning, but for now, that's all we get. And the last thing is, it's developed in partnership with Eden Games. So Eden Games, if you're unfamiliar with that name, they're the guys who actually made Test Drive Unlimited and Test Drive Unlimited 2, which obviously was heralded as a very solid open world racing game. That's pretty cool. And Eden Games also made a game called Gear.Club, which I'm not familiar with, but it came to Android and iOS 2 years ago, and then 1 year ago they made it for Nintendo Switch as well. So that's pretty cool. They're in partnership with a pretty solid game studio, I guess, in terms of that has kind of knowledge of racing games and especially mobile racing games. And that also in itself, they created a Nintendo Switch version a year after. So personally for me, I got a Nintendo Switch like a couple of months ago. I love playing it, and I've always kind of thought it'd be kind of cool to have F1 on it, or just, more games on it that are third party, not just Nintendo games. So how cool would it be like later down the road if they made F1 mobile racing for Nintendo Switch? That'd be pretty sick, because like that would be a really cool thing to just take on the go on travels, like, going on a flight or whatever, or on a long train ride. That'd be pretty sweet. But in itself, iOS and Android, looking forward to it. Free to play, obviously, so I'm definitely going to pick it up. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are going to be interested in checking it out. I mean, like I said, free to play, so it doesn't cost you anything to check it out for even like one race. But yeah, like I said, really, if anything, I'm just baffled, really. I'm baffled about what it's going to look like. I'm really eager to see gameplay, but it's just the timing of it with the F1 2018 beta releasing as well, the invitations, and just out of the blue, like, just out of nowhere, like, Codemasters just dropped a tweet. So I don't know. It's intriguing. Really random video. Obviously, I didn't think I'd be making this video because I didn't even know about it. Codemasters didn't send me any kind of email or anything like that about it was going to come. It just out the blue. So, but yeah, F1 mobile racing coming later. There's no release date, so who knows? I'm going to guess probably within the same month of F1 2018, the game. It would make sense, or maybe even earlier, because it's a mobile game, so maybe it takes obviously less time to develop. So it might come for the summer, or E3 perhaps. E3 is only 2 weeks away, so yeah, I don't know. Big confusion face, but pretty cool to see just a second F1 game to play, because at the end of the day, just another F1 game to play. F1 2018 on PC for me personally, and then on the go on mobile, F1 mobile racing. So cool. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought, as I said, about F1 mobile racing, and just any kind of theories you have, like I asked, because I myself don't really know what's going on here. But yeah, if you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly follow-on content. I've been over. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.